Hi, I'm Terry at Pampered Pug Crafts. Today I'd like to show you how to make a really easy backing and binding for your quilt. Now these quilt blocks we did quilt as you go, and we sewed them together with strips. So I'll put the link to those videos in the description as well. Making the backing and the binding in one step like this saves you a lot of time, and it's really easy. What we're going to do is take the backing and fold it over to the front, and then we're going to make these really nice mitered corners. So stick around and I'll show you how. So what we're going to do is fold over the edge. We're going to trim it, of course, but we're going to have a self-binding so that we don't have to do any binding. After we get this part done, we're done. So it's a really easy way to finish your quilt. So I'm going to take it to the machine and I'm going to just stitch in the ditch around here where we joined it, and then we'll come back. Okay, so now that we joined the back together, we kind of did a stitch in the ditch all along the back just to hold it together. We're going to trim the outside at 2 inches, and that way we can fold over the edges to make a self-binding. So I'm going to line up the 2-inch mark of my ruler at the edge of the quilt and trim it. Scooch it up just a little bit here. Okay. So now that we've trimmed the edges to 2 inches all around, we're going to fold up the edges to make the self-binding. So just to help us hold everything in place, I'm going to use a glue stick. It doesn't matter what kind of glue stick you use, as long as it's washable. So to start with, we're going to fold it over once and then fold it over again. And I'm going to use a few pins right here. Now to get our nice mitered corners, what we're going to do on the edge is once it's folded over twice on one side, you're going to fold this side up at an angle so that these edges match and you get a nice straight line right here. This is where the glue stick comes in handy to hold everything down. I'm just going to put a little bit here. Oops. Now I'm going to fold it over once, and I'm going to press this in place before I fold it over again. This will help keep everything where it's supposed to be when you go to sew it. It just will make your life so much easier. So we'll fold it over. So you might have to jiggle it just to get it to match up perfectly right here. But then put a clip right there, and when we go to sew it, we're going to sew it right on the edge, right along there, and our corner is going to be nice and neat and mitered right there. Go along and pin this side. We'll get our glue stick. And again, take this corner, we're going to fold it up to a little triangle, right like that. We're going to put a little bit more glue stick right here. Fold this up once. Fold it up one more time. Take the pin out and we're going to clip it right here. Just so it's nice and neat. Let me straighten this piece out a little bit here. Here we go. Now we're going to take this over and press it. This helps to set the glue so everything stays in place. Be careful not to iron over your pins if they have plastic tops. Yeah, ask me how I know that. Now this side's going to be a little tricky, might have to undo it a little bit here. So there we have it, all pinned and clippies in the corner. Well, let's take it over to the sewing machine, and after we get this step done, then we're all done. So there we have it. We sewed all the way around. We sewed over where we started from. The back is nice and neat. We just have to trim the threads. And our binding's all done. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks. Have a great day.